What's up YouTube, and today we talked about 10 most unique shonen anime of the 2000s. While shows like Naruto and Bleach followed formulas and trends, series like Soul Eater and Death Note broke the mold and still became legendary. The 2000s were a landmark decade for anime. Anime was becoming popular internationally, and many great shows aired, some of which viewers might call unique. Shonen anime, the most popular demographic, had its fair share of unique anime during the 2000s. In the 2000s, comedies pushed the envelope and new perspectives were shared. Whether it was dark humor, anachronisms, or a whole multiverse, 2000s shonen anime brought so much to the table. Without shows like these, the 2000s would have been a dull decade for anime. These are my top 10 most unique shonen anime of the 2000s. First is Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. This comedic shonen anime weren't a new idea during the 2000s. Dr. Slump and Urusei Yatsura were popular in the 1980s, and shows like Great Teacher Onizuka were well known for being wacky. Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei tapped into a type of humor that other shonen anime didn't touch: dark humor. Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei was about a depressed teacher who had given up on life. He tried to take his own life at the beginning of the series but was stopped by Kafuka, one of his students and the most positive person around. From there, the series devolves into pop culture references and jokes about death. This anime never fears to tread where other shonen anime will not. Second is Ishield 21. This sports anime has been a popular genre in Japan for many years. Slam Dunk brought the genre back to form in the 90s. Sports anime usually covers sports that are popular like baseball, basketball, and soccer. Ishield 21, however, ventured into a new frontier: American football. Ishield 21 follows Senna, a high school student who is forced into being a gopher yet again. He stumbles upon two other students who are trying to form a football team. Senna agrees to be their manager. After some events, Senna is forced to take the role of the mysterious number 21, star running back and secret weapon of the Devil Bats. The third one is Tokyo Underground. Sometimes, the most obscure shonen anime proved to be the weirdest. Tokyo Underground was a 26-episode anime series from Studio Pierrot that aired in 2002. The story follows a boy named Rumina who discovers a world called the Underground located in Japan's underground railway system. The underground houses people with elemental powers. Tokyo Underground has unique plot devices as well as the setting of the underground. Rumina has a decent hook as a protagonist, as he doesn't want to be seen as a ruthless fighter and just wants to get girls. Fourth anime show is Soul Eater. For some anime, aesthetic is quite important. Soul Eater, an anime series from 2008, has a unique aesthetic that Western audiences can appreciate: Halloween. The show follows Maka Albern and her weapon partner Soul. Yes, there are people that are also weapons in this show. Soul Eater has all sorts of horror-themed characters: witches, zombies, mad scientists, and grim reapers. In addition, the characters are great, and the pacing is quite good. The show eventually diverges from its source material, but the ending does its job and wraps up things decently enough. Soul Eater has a good feel to it, and new anime fans should look into it. Fifth anime show is Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle. This manga artist group Clamp has created some beloved anime series, such as Cardcaptor Sakura and Magic Knight Rayearth. Their series usually tread into shoujo territory. However, Tsubasa is a true shonen classic. In addition, the series goes all across a multiverse of Clamp properties. In this series, Princess Sakura is captured, and Sioran must travel across the multiverse to save her. His first stop, XXX Holic, where he must get Yuko's help. Tsubasa toyed with the idea of a multiverse long before Marvel made the concept popular. Sixth and very notable is Death Note. Shonen Jump's main three tenets are effort, friendship, and victory. What if there was a Jump anime that didn't embody any of those, though? Death Note not only violates those traditions but has the story take place from the perspective of the villain. Top student Light Yagami finds a notebook with the power to kill people and tests it out of boredom. After killing a few criminals, and meeting a Shinigami named Ryuk, Light swears to wipe out all evil in the world. This anime is more drama and mind games than fights. Drama is usually found more in seinen stories, but Death Note gives viewers a well-written shonen suspense story. 7 is Law of Yuki. This tournament arcs in anime are nothing new. Even entire series centered around tournaments aren't uncommon. Law of Yuki, however, takes the concept in a slightly weird direction. Several candidates to become the next god must find middle school students in Japan to battle for them. The winning student gets the talent of blank, a blank check to acquire any ability they want. Where the series really gets strange is the various powers the competitors have. Yuki, for example, has the power to turn trash into trees. There are other weird powers, such as turning towels into steel. 8 is Zatch Bell. On the subject of battle tournaments, Zatch Bell combines that genre with another, the proxy battle. In this series, doll-like creatures called Momotos fight each other to determine the next king. However, they must pair with a human in order to use their spells. Proxy battles have been around since the days of Shin Megami Tensei, and since being popularized by Pokemon, have been a huge hit with children across the globe. Zatch Bell has a lot of neat designs and powerful moves. Running for about 150 episodes, the series had a lot of charmingly weird stories to tell. 9th anime show is one of my favorites and something I believed what also crafted anime lovers to shift into a frenzy. Food Wars was one of the most popular shonen series of the 2010s, but before Soma gave culinary pleasure to judges, there was Yakitate. Japan, a series all about baking bread. Young baker Kazuma Azuma was on a quest to create a bread worthy of being the national bread of Japan. The bread baking competitions in this show get fairly intense, as the bakers cook with passion and anger. Azuma's hands are a warmer body temperature than normal, so his dough always ferments faster. Yakitate. Japan was one of the first anime to take a mundane task like baking and make it as epic as possible. Finally, and the only which a lot of you guys are really surprised about but is still one of the number anime that paved the way for other anime to get introduced with the culture. Gintama. A lot of people say this anime lost its spunk due to the new releases. But alternate history is often a good form of speculation. Gintama asks, what if aliens invaded feudal Japan and upgraded technology to modern times? The answer involves tons of space travel, pachinko parlors, and a samurai riding a scooter. Additionally, Gintama is one of the most out there parody series of the last few decades. It's both hilarious and weird. Comedy isn't the series' only strength, though, as the anime blends comedy and action almost perfectly. The Yorizuya trio goes through many misadventures both silly and serious, and the show manages to entertain on all levels.